Hey there, good morning. I'm John. Today is Thursday, May the 4th, 2023. Happy Star Wars Day. This is my daily vlog, a bit of a stand-up where ever since I was laid off several months back, 6 months ago now, I've been trying to turn content creation from a hobby into a sustainable full-time gig. And each day I stand in front of this camera and talk about how it's going and what happened yesterday, what we're doing today, what the plan is, and what the trajectory is. Let me quickly get through the everyday stuff because I want to do something at the end of this video that I've never done before, but it's an appropriate time to do it and serendipitous that it happens this week. So let's start with yesterday. Yesterday I was focusing on getting out that long form video, which I did. The thing was littering up my table for several days. I got finished, published that video. It's about me acquiring an Atari 5200 on Facebook Marketplace. I completed the video, published it yesterday afternoon. It's already up over 2,000 views. It's still got some velocity. It's doing okay. So I'm happy about that. Also, I did some research for another couple of short videos, which I'll get to in a second on the Today side. Stat-wise, we had our first bump up yesterday after coming down off of the big mountain of traffic over the last few weeks. And we have, I don't know if we've settled yet, it's too early to say, but we've kind of eased into about 25,000 views per day, which is up from about 12 to 15. So it's almost nearly double-ish, depending on where you are on the average. So if this is the new normal, this was a productive spike that we had over the past few weeks. Well, it's a productive spike either way, but again, hopefully we hope it settles into a higher number. Subscriber-wise, we are almost at the next, I think we didn't talk subscriber yesterday, but we're 25,890 something. So we're about to hit 25.9. Look, we just hit, last Friday, we hit 25. We're almost up another 1,000 in a week, despite the fact that subscribers are on the decline. Now, on the decline is a relative term. Let me say this. Yesterday, we only got a little over 100 subscribers. That sounds incredibly tone deaf. If you realize that just about a month or two ago, 10 or 20 was a great day, gaining 10 or 20. However, because of the growth we've had over the last month or so, 100 plus per day is expected almost, and so it's easy to get spoiled like that. So I try to be careful not to get spoiled by where we are today and not think we've talked about, I just think that's forever because I know it's going to change. But yesterday we only got a little over 100. Wah, so sad. It's fantastic still, right? And again, engagement and subscribes are not going down at the same velocity of views. So we're still getting a lot more views than we were before the hump. So productive. So that's the stats side. Let's talk today. Today I have two key things that I want to target. So first I should point out that the new podcast episode dropped today. If you listen to the show, or even if you don't, maybe give it a shot. Just search GenXGrownUp anywhere you listen to podcasts. If you search GenXGrownUp podcast, it'll pop up in 50 different places. But it's the episode we edited on Tuesday. It's the completed one published and available today. So additionally today, I would like to create at least 2 more short videos today. I want to knock out the remaining 2 that are part of the experiment where we did the one long form that has several short forms attached. For that experiment to pan out, we need one of those short form videos to take off, like the Pac-Man and the Dig Dug and the Donkey Kong, all those did. We need one of those to take off and see if any of those, if they take off, drive traffic back to this long form video. They both kind of contain the same information. The long form has all the information. The short forms are individual nuggets of information. And rather than carving it out of this, I'm making dedicated pieces, but referring back to, hey, if you like this one, you want to hear more, it's on this thing. So again, as part of the experiment, so I want to go ahead and knock out the remaining 2 videos are required. I need those out there floating around in the ether in order for one to spark and see if it drives traffic to the primary. So I get at least 2 of those done today, and I would like to lay some groundwork for what I hope I can knock out another long form video to publish on Saturday. It's not a lot of heavy lifting. It takes a little bit of research, a little bit of screen recording, but it's an interesting thing that I found that I think later will turn into a short. I found it researching, looking for short content, but I think I can knock out a long form first and then do the short later. So my hope is to, between today and tomorrow, completely plan, edit, shoot, and publish for Saturday, and then have short form videos to flesh out through across the weekend. So, okay. Let's get to the thing that I said at the beginning I've never done before here on the vlog. And so I mentioned that reaching more people, you also reach the potential to reach people like other demographics. That, like, I had a comment, a guy said, I didn't know Dig Dug was a real game. What? You know, they'd only seen it in memes and jokes and, you know, stuff, because apparently it's fodder for deviant art site, I don't know, art, whatever. I'm learning. I just thought everybody knew it was a game. But also you run across more people that have never encountered you before. So it's serendipitous that this happens this week, because we're looking back on the previous 6 months of this experiment and what I've been doing and how it's been going and why. What's the motivation? What's the... and one of the things I struggled with, especially early on, even when it was just a hobby, but especially now that it's critical, is I have a real money hang up. I don't like asking people to give me something, because I'd never be a good salesman, right? There's a pride thing that was not taught to me by anyone. Just, it got instilled in me somehow over the years. I'm accustomed to being a provider. I'm the one that has a good paying job. I'm the one that takes care, picks up checks, that sorts of thing. But I'm getting over that, because you have to, as a creator, especially an independent creator that's struggling, you have to bang your own drum. You have to say, just in case you didn't know, you can support us, and here and here and here. We talk about it with Twitch. We talk about it with subscribes. We talk about it. So in the video that I published yesterday, I had one of those breaks. It's like 10 seconds where I go, hey, real quick, just so you know, yes, I'm not currently, I don't have a regular job. I'm trying to make content creation a full-time thing. If you'd like to support, you can go click here and here and here. That'd be great if you could. Thanks. Later. That was it. Like, it's basically a little interstitial in the middle of this video to say, hey, remember, you can thank people if you want by doing this. And a comment that I got that I'm going to put on the screen and show you. And I'm not here to blast this poster. I'm not here to start a fight or a flame war, or what do they still call them, flame wars? We did back in the days of IRC. It's really just, this is someone who doesn't understand me, doesn't understand content creation, doesn't understand at least my approach to it. And because I had a spurt of growth, because I'm encountering more people, because I've had a lot of new people on the vlog who we've never met, we've not been doing this for 6 months together, kind of thing. I wanted to touch on a couple of the points in this comment on the video from yesterday. So this guy is upset that, hey, you don't have enough subscribers to do YouTube, so instead of doing what needs to be done and going to get a job, you stand there and ask people for money. I'm doing what needs to be done for me. The point is, like, I'm not going to argue with this commenter, but I want to get this stuff out, and you're a captive audience that's supportive and can hear me and listen to me and call me on my bullshit if I'm saying something that's a lie or that's not right or I'm not thought through. I could go get a job. When I got laid off, I had a job solid for 49 years or so. 40 something years. I'd never been unemployed, never been fired. But throughout all that time, I had an entrepreneurial dream to go back to content creation, like I had when I worked in broadcast television. And I found an avenue to do it via YouTube, but it's not instant money, right? And part of independent content creation, the way things grow is you get people to support you while you grow. And that's also sustains, and even after you've grown, it's not, I don't think anymore that's shameful to ask someone to thank you for work that they didn't realize was effort. And that is to say, look, if I do someone a favor and they know the effort that it took, I mowed your lawn. You're like, oh my goodness, here, please take $5. But if I do something for someone that's trivial and they don't realize the work behind it, it's important to remind people that there was effort involved in doing this for you. If you liked it, would you consider showing your gratitude? This message effectively is saying that unless you're disabled, you should just go get a job and don't stand there and ask for money. I'm trying to make this a job. A job is nothing but I do stuff for someone and they give me money in return for the work that I do. Content creation can be the same thing. I put in work for someone and they give me money to show the gratitude for the thing that I did. And look, if there's no obligation, this is a one-sided thing. This is I do everything that I can with the hope that there are a smattering of people out there would say, I like that enough to give you $1 a month or something. I like that enough that I want to make sure you keep doing it because I like what you're doing. And if you don't like it, that's okay. That's perfectly fine. That's part of this whole experiment. If you don't like what I do, don't support it, and I will go away because then I can't sustain it. It's like if you get bad service in a restaurant, maybe you don't tip as much. I don't believe in stiffing a waiter, but maybe let's cap it at 15, whatever kind of thing. But it doesn't mean that if you've got bad service, you can communicate that by the amount that you tip. If it's a bad video, don't do anything. Don't share it. Don't like it. Don't put a $1 tip on it or whatever. If you do like it though, and as many people have said encouragingly, and I'm starting to believe it now, like, man, your content is above the average. It's doing pretty well. You do a good job with it. We want to see more of it. People are asking to see stuff. If you like something and you don't do anything to support it, it will go away. It's true of businesses. It's true of television shows. It's true of everything in the world. If it doesn't get a following, if it can't monetize, if it doesn't have a reason to exist to support the people that make it happen, it will go away. And it's okay if people are watching and they don't like what I do and they want me to go away. I understand that. Not everything is for everybody. Perfectly fine. But the perception that the only people that should be asking for money on YouTube are those that are disabled and can't work, and therefore their only avenue is to post videos. Posting a video is at minimum 6 hours of work. That isn't worth zero. That's worth something. And even at the beginning, it says something about you don't have enough subs to go full time. Subscribers don't bring you money. I just told you I got 100 plus subscribers yesterday. You know what that yielded me? $0. Subscribers are nothing more than a metric for how much engagement you have had and how likely it is you can reach an audience. It opens up the avenue to get some sponsorship deals. It opens up the avenue to get more support from people because they like to back a winner. Subscribers don't mean money. And I feel like I have not made my point, and I feel very defensive, and I'm sorry if I come across that way. This thing just hit me in such a sideways angle that I needed to share that I'm not a bum. I'm not a deadbeat. I'm not asking for a handout. When I create content, I create it as best I can to be as entertaining as I can, with the hopes of reaching a broad enough audience that there are enough people in that audience that like what I do enough to support and sustain the work that I'm doing. That's this entire experiment. That's this vlog. That's why I'm not employed. Not because I couldn't be, because I'm chasing this dream I had of doing this as a job because I love it and I like doing it. And I think I'm doing pretty good at it. But you can't keep doing that for nothing because I have a mouth to feed, I have a roof to take care of, I have people who depend on me, and it takes money to do that. So if I'm going to chase my dream, the dream has to be solvent. That's all I have to say about that comment. I'm sorry if this came across as weirdly confrontational or defensive or whatever, but I got it out of my system now, I hope. I appreciate you humoring me. It is Thursday. I do need to get busy today. I have stuff I want to take care of. I'm going to continue to read comments and engage with folks that are liking the video. So, look, this was just one comment out of hundreds that people were, great video, great stuff, good stuff, want to ask me questions, that kind of stuff. But sometimes something comes across, I'd been happier if they just said, hey, you're ugly and you suck. Awesome, thumbs up, bye-bye. But this strikes at the core of what I think is the independent entertainment system and civility and understanding that is around the world of content creation. I believe it's true. I'm trying to find a way to live in that ecosystem. And this comment seems so tone deaf to me, and it felt like an attack on my core values. That's why I want to share it with you. I said I was done talking about it, and then I talked some more, and now I'm done talking about it. I hope you have a fantastic Thursday. Thank you for stopping in to check out today's vlog, if in fact you did. If you're here every day, I love you for that. Thank you so much for being here and being part of that support system we talked about. Have a good Thursday. Do something good for yourself if you can. May the 4th be with you, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.